What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Cam ATL and welcome back to another video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. Speaking of the $50 giveaway, the winner from last week is your boy Jeezy. Your boy Jeezy. Hit me up on Twitter at Cam_ATL. Appreciate everybody for watching, commenting, subscribing, liking, all that good stuff, man. As always, I appreciate y'all. College football started this last weekend, and it was a great start for Props Made Easy. Hopefully, everybody had an amazing weekend. We have a long season ahead of us, man. A big slate of college football next weekend, and then we've got NFL starting in no time as well. It's a busy time of year, man. And if you love sports betting, if you bet on player props, on PrizePicks, Underdog, anywhere, or you bet on money lines, run lines, team totals, all that stuff, you need a membership to Props Made Easy, because Props Made Easy allows you to find the best value bets at only $20 a month opposed to $50+ for anything else in the industry. So you're saving over half, and you can spend more of your bankroll on the actual slips you're placing than on the actual tool. You know, the more you spend on a value betting tool, the less EV you're getting, because you're already having to beat the amount you're paying for that tool. You have to pay a good, solid, reasonable amount. That way you can still make profit in the end after all of your expenses. You feel what I'm saying? So Props Made Easy is made for the people. Super affordable, super easy to get a hold of, and super easy to use on your phone as well. It's just incredibly efficient if you are wanting to value bet and bet smart for long-term profit and actually make a profit in this industry. All right? PropsMadeEasy.com. Again, only $20 a month. That is the tool we're using on this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about MLB and WNBA picks for today. We're going to go through the DFS books. We're going to look through some regular books. Then we're going to go to the Game Center at Props Made Easy, take a look at money lines, run lines, and those type of things. And then we'll look at the home run prediction tool to see who we like for a home run today. All right, let's get straight into it. At the top of the list, Hunter Green, under 4.5 hits allowed, has a 56.7 chance to hit. Minus 121, minus 131 true odds. Two sharp books are baked into a minus 131 true odds. Again, the sharpest books in the industry are what you will see here. If you see whatever number if you see 2 or more here, that is a good spot. 3 or more is even better. All right, we're early in the day, so not every sharp book has their lines up yet. But so far we have 2 sharp books. And again, what that means by sharp, by the way, is books that are incredibly efficient on setting the lines the most accurate, right? They don't limit pro bettors. They don't charge a ton of vig in their lines. So when you take their odds, you're getting a very accurate representation of what should happen. And to find good value, you need to be doing that. Not only that, but you need to make sure you're taking the vig out of these books as well. So we find the sharpest books in the industry. We take the vig out of it, so that extra added juice that sportsbooks add on both sides to make sure they profit no matter what. We take that off to see their true thoughts on a bet. Now, we already know these sportsbooks know more information than we can possibly research in a day. That's why it's so important to have a tool like this. That way you're beating the bumps. If you're sitting here researching every play, by the time you realize it's a good play, it's already bumped. Like, you have to have a tool these days to be successful. You have to. Hunter Green, under 4.5 hits allowed. Minus 131 is the true odds, giving it a positive 2.41 edge percent. As we know on these DFS books, all we want is a positive edge percent, because long term we know we're going to beat the books with this. All right? Mitch Garver, over 0.5 hits at 56.49 chance to hit. Positive 2.15 edge percent. Minus 130 are the true odds among the books. Really love that spot for Mitch Garver's over hits. Pavin Smith, under 0.5 hits at a 55.9 chance to hit. Positive 1.63 edge percent. Minus 127 are the true odds, giving us that positive 1.63 edge percent. Really like that spot for him. Jose Ramirez, under 1.5 bases, 55.87 chance to hit, positive 1.53 edge percent. It's that easy. Like, everything's already in order by edge percent. So you already know, okay, Hunter Green's giving me a bigger edge on PrizePicks than Mitch Garver is. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to skip over these guys and go all the way down here to a guy giving you a 0.98 edge percent. While he's still a good play because you're getting a positive edge on PrizePicks with this play, obviously the 2.4 edge is going to be better. For example, Props Made Easy having this at a positive 2.41 edge percent means PrizePicks is going to bump this down to 4 eventually. Right now it's at 4.5 and we like the under. It's going to be bumped down to 4 eventually. Okay? Mitch Garver's hits is probably going to be taken off the board. Pavin Smith's hits is probably going to be taken off the board. Like, these top edge percents that you see here are going to be bumped in the way that we're betting them eventually. Because why? Because the sharp books have the odds in one level, and PrizePicks is still, PrizePicks is going to adjust to make sure they don't lose too much money in these situations. All right. Now let's open things up a little bit, and let's highlight WNBA as well and click update. All right, for MLB and WNBA, I'm not seeing any I don't see any WNBA until we get all the way down here to Ariel Atkins. Ariel Atkins under 4.5 assists is a 54.95 chance to hit. Here's what I'll do. I'll just unselect MLB so we can see the top WNBA picks at the top for us right here. All right. So the positive edge percent plays for WNBA today. Ariel Atkins under 4.5 assists at a 54.9 chance to hit. Positive 0.61 edge percent due to the minus 122 true odds. Again, what our true odds mean? It's the odds from the sharpest. We take the sharpest books available for a pick. We take the juice out that they're adding on top of it to make sure they get profit no matter what, so we can see their true thoughts on what they think the odds are for a play to hit. The true odds are at minus 122, and on PrizePicks long term, this is going to get you a 0.61 edge percent. All right, so you're getting that positive edge. Asia Wilson under 25.5 points at a 55.6 chance to hit, 0.31 positive edge, 0.3 edge percent on the under on Marina Mabry. 4.5 assists at a 54.6 chance to hit, so amazing spot there. Again, among all of the DFS books, you're looking for a positive edge percent, plain and simple. All right, let's open things up a little bit. I'm going to select MLB and WNBA, so I got both of those selected. Now we're going to do all DFS. Select DFS and update. This is going to show you the absolute best spots, the biggest edges that you can find among the DFS industry, and immediately you can see multiple underdogs. All right, you can see Underdog here. Underdog is one of the DFS books that will have some of the best edge percent among all of them. I find myself playing more Underdog than anything else. Now, while we now have that edge on the DFS books, and Props Made Easy has added that little secret sauce to make sure we get the better edge on these DFS books, PrizePicks is still giving you great options, and if you're consistently playing PrizePicks, you will be okay with that as well. But Underdog is one of the better value options. Like Jose Ramirez under 1.5 bases is a 55.8 chance to hit, positive 2.16 edge percent. We talked about Jose Ramirez's under bases on PrizePicks. You're getting a 1.53 edge percent on PrizePicks. And again, the edge percent means how much of an edge do you have against that book that you're betting it on? Like, are you beating the book on this pick? So with Jose Ramirez, you're getting a 2.16 edge on Underdog, opposed to on PrizePicks, you're getting a 1.53 edge. So where does that mean you want to play that? On Underdog. All right, and because of that, you can immediately see Cal Riley under 1.5 bases at a 55.6 chance to hit, positive 1.9 edge percent. Jacob deGrom under 1.5 earned runs at a 55.36, positive 1.65. So you got a three-man just right there. You feel what I'm saying? So absolutely love that. Now, make sure that you do some research. Make sure you find the most ideal slip type that you can possibly make, and make those slips utilizing that on that different DFS books have different payout structures. So make sure that you do some research and see what the best slip type is. I believe on Underdog it's like a 6-man insured. Like if you do a 6-man and you do get some insurance on it, it's the best payout. It's the best profitability long term. But just brush up on that and make sure whatever book you're playing on, you're going to want to know exactly the type of the best type of slip that you can make. Obviously, for more consistency and less risk, little 2-mans will be great if you have a very small bankroll, whatever you want to do. But nonetheless, positive edge percent is going to be the way to go. So Underdog and PrizePicks where a lot of the best value is today. All right, let's select EV and update. Now, when you go to select EV, it's going to show all of these different books. We have Circa Sports, Caesars, ESPN Bet, Onyx Odds, Bet365, Novig, Fanatics, Hot Streak, all this good stuff. We got all these other books down here. When you select EV and then you update, it'll show you the EV. So instead of chance to hit, it's switching to EV, and we don't need the edge percent anymore because the EV is our edge. You feel what I'm saying? So it's the same thing, just a little different among the DFS and the regular books. At the top of the list, you have Marina Mabry, under 9.5 rebounds and assists. You can get at plus 120 on ESPN Bet. One thing I want to challenge y'all to do is start playing more underdogs, because your hit rate doesn't have to be near as high to profit playing plays in this range than it does when you have a minus 150. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to get deep into depth. I'm not going to sit here on here for hours explaining these things. But just simple, just how this thing works is when you're playing high EV plays that are in the plus odds like this, Yes, you're not going to win as consistently as a minus 150 would, but you don't have to have near the same hit rate long term to make profit with these. Now, again, if you are somebody with a smaller bankroll and you want as much consistency as possible, I would use a sharp and safe filter. Our sharp and safe filter is going to show you plays that have 3 or more. As you can see, there's nothing on the board right now. Our sharp and safe filter is going to show you plays that have 3 or more sharp books, and it's 5% or higher EV, and it's minus 120 to plus 120. Okay? Now, 2 is kind of where I like to, at 2 minimum is where I like to stay. Okay, so I'm not going to play a play that has 0 sharp books or just 1 sharp book. I want to play at least 2, right? Sharp and safe is going to make sure you're playing plays that are 3 or more sharp books, plus 120 to minus 120 range, and 5% or higher EV. So stay up to date on that. If you have a very small bankroll and you're trying to slowly but surely build your bankroll, those are going to be the safest options throughout your course of your, betting life. But if you already have a solid bankroll and you're wanting to step up your betting game in general, these are going to be amazing options. Marina Mabrey under 9.5 rebounds assists at plus 120, 6.6 EV. True odds are 106 among the 2 sharp books that have this. Positive 106 compared to 120 is getting you the 6.6. So that's showing you you're getting an edge against ESPN Bet. So under 9.5 rebounds assists. Now, do you want Marina Mabrey's under 9.5 rebounds assists at minus 120? No, it wouldn't be the same. Do you want it at plus 100? No. Do you want it at plus 110 on DraftKings? No, you want it at plus 120 on ESPN Bet. There's a reason we put what book it is on the best plays so you know where you can play it. A big mistake that some people make sometimes is they'll come on here and be like, okay, Marina Mabrey under 9.5 rebounds assists. Let me go play this on PrizePicks. Or let me go play this on DraftKings. You're not getting the same odds. If you were, then it would show right here. The reason Marina Mabrey's up here and you don't see any of the other books with her right here is because their odds are different. You're getting the best value on this book specifically. Okay? So Marina Mabrey under 9.5 rebounds assists. Joe Ryan over 5.5 hits allowed at plus 130 on ProfitX. 6.01 EV due to true odds being 117. True odds are 117 among the sharpest books in the industry. You're buying it at plus 130. Spencer Strider under 16.5 outs, plus 130 on Novig, 5.86 EV. 2 sharp books were baked into a true odds of 117. 117 are the true odds. You're getting it at 130. Again, you're buying it at a better price it is everywhere else. And if you do that consistently, it is the only way to make money in this. All right? Cam Schlittler. Hold on. Let me see. High EV Heat should show us the... High EV Heat's going to show us plays that are 3 EV or higher at least, with 3 sharp books or more baked into the thing. So because we're so early in the day, all of the sharp books don't have the lines out for some of these yet. So if you want the plays that you have 3 or more sharp books, you can just click High EV Heat. It'll show you plays 3 or higher EV percent, and it'll show you with 3 or more sharp books. So Ariel Atkins over 3.5 rebounds at plus 107 on Novig at a 3.57, and Asia Wilson under 10.5 rebounds at a plus 120 at a 3.01. All right, let's move on. Let's go to the Game Center. Real quick before we move on, though, I want to just do a quick glimpse at, we'll get more in-depth, obviously, with college football as we get closer. But real quick, let's see what we got for college football. Because you want to take advantage of these as much as you can. All right? You want to take advantage of some of the best options as quick as you can. All right, let's see what we got. We have no positive edge percents at the moment, to be completely honest with you. No positive edge percents at the moment on DFS books yet. You have a slight EV percent on him, but more options as we get closer, more options will pop in. So it's completely fine. But as of right now, nothing too crazy across the DFS books or anything when it comes to the edge percents that you're getting. I mean, you're getting negative edges at the moment on the DFS books. But more plays will pop in as we know, and we will crush it as we always do. Game Center. All right, over on the Game Center, we're going to check out WNBA and MLB. All right, so I've got WNBA and MLB selected. I'm going to go to make sure all the books are selected. We're good. Any Sharp and Safe. Sharp and Safe, again, is going to show you. Now, on the Game Center, it's a little different. Player props are a little more up and down, right? So you want to play the highest EV you possibly can. Whereas the minimum EV that you're looking for when it comes to game spread, like point spreads, money lines, all that stuff, is a little bit lower that you need over on the Game Center. Like 2 EV or higher is playable over on the Game Center. The Las Vegas Aces, minus 10.5 today against Chicago. Las Vegas Aces point spread minus 10.5. You can get at plus 103 on Novig. It's minus 101. 4 sharp books are baked into this. Amazing spot here for the Las Vegas Aces. Minus 10.5 point spread today against Chicago. Should be a blowout is what it's looking like. All right. Let's look at all EV and take a look at what we got here. At the top of the list with the best EV across MLB and WNBA that we have right now is the New York Mets and the Phillies over 0.5 first inning total runs on Circa at plus 125. You can get it on Circa at plus 125, and you can get it on Novig at plus 125, where the true odds are 118. 3 sharp books are baked into a 118 true odds, giving us a 3.28 EV on both those sites. So solid spot there. All right. Again, this Chicago Sky bet is high up here on the EV, but again, at plus 285 odds, it's a longer shot. So if you're in bankroll building mode, you don't need to be taking any risks on plays like this. You need to focus on plays kind of in the 120, 130 range, minus 120, minus 130 range, kind of around that spot, right? New York Mets, first half money line at plus 133 on Novig, where it's plus 128 among 5 sharp books that have this spot. Amazing spot for the New York Mets, first half money line on Novig at plus 113, positive 2.02 Vegas expected value. So what is our goal? Our goal is not to win every single day. Why? Because that's unattainable. You can't do that. You won't do that. You never will. The only way to make profit is value betting. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get an edge against the book that we're placing the slip on every single bet. Every single bet, we're trying to get a better value on that book than it is everywhere else. That way, long term, we make profit in this industry. Okay? The difference between people who make profit in this industry and people who don't is as simple as the people who do stick with value betting and play it long term, and the people who don't give up if times get rough, or run off if a guy wins a big slip on X and he's promoting his Discord, and they'll go do that instead of value betting. I mean, it is what it is. Again, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. The only way to be profitable in this game is long-term value betting. If you don't long-term value, you will not be profitable. If you're not value betting, look at your track record. Just go and take a look at the bets you've placed. Look at your success, and look how much you're down. A lot of people aren't even aware of it because they're just playing, having a good time. Every once in a while, they'll win a big slip, and they have no idea how much they've lost before they win that solid slip. Value betting's the only way you actually make profit. If you're not value betting, you won't make profit. Plain and simple. It's just the reality. Let's go to FanDuel and see what we got for the home runs today. Oh, wow. FanDuel's tight on it, ain't they? Minus Vegas edges on every single one of these top options on FanDuel. Doesn't mean other books won't have great spots, so if you want to do it on a different book, that's fine. I'm just using FanDuel because that's one of the more popular ones. Jeremiah Jackson at plus 830 is his super long shot. It's the only Vegas edge you're getting in the nuke zone. Jeremiah Jackson at plus 830 on FanDuel. So nothing really on FanDuel to really write home about. I mean, FanDuel's not giving you any type of positive edges right now. Let's take a look at DraftKings. Okay, over on DraftKings, you got some better options. You've got Roman Anthony at a positive 7.54 Vegas edge at plus 380. And again, how does this Vegas edge come about? We take the odds that you're getting on the selected book, so DraftKings is plus 380, and we compare it to the consensus odds across the industry. Okay, and then it gives you an edge. So you're getting a positive edge against DraftKings at a 7.54. All right, so Roman Anthony at plus 380. Suarez against J.P. Sears, positive 5.27 edge percent at plus 265. Cal Riley, positive plus 190. You're getting a positive 3.54 edge percent. So DraftKings would be the better place to do a home run parlay today. I would go Roman Anthony and Suarez as my two-man for the home runs today. All right. Thank y'all as always for joining me, man. As always, if you're not a Props Made Easy member and value betting for the cheapest price across the entire sports betting industry, what are you doing at this point? Eventually, if you're not a member of Props Made Easy, eventually you will be. It's a no-brainer. There's no reasoning behind why you shouldn't. I get it. Props Made Easy is not like running huge campaign ads and all over your social media and blah, 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 blah. But when it comes to, because we just don't do that. We do it off strength of word from people having success and the success in general of our tools. That's how we've been growing. We don't do a whole bunch of that, running ads and spending all this money on growing us and shit. We're doing it organically. So yes, you may hear about other tools more, but I mean 25,000 active members utilizing Props Made Easy off just the strength of the success from it. is absolutely ridiculous. So if you're not a Props Made Easy member, you need to be, because if you're using another tool and you're spending $50+, which you definitely are if you're getting EV data, there's no way you're getting expected value data. Like if you're paying $20 for something, there's no way you're getting value bets from it. You might be getting last 5, last 10 data and simple little data like that, but nothing that's going to actually make a difference in your sports betting world. So lock in. PropsMadeEasy.com is only $20 a month. Lock in. We got a big college football slate later in the week. Appreciate y'all as always for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.